Hey guys, Princess 3X, and today I filmed a back to school tutorial for you guys. I know a lot of you are starting school in the next 2 weeks, or maybe if you're lucky in September. I actually start college in about 20 something days, officially when classes start. But I wanted to film this for all my gals that are still in high school and don't know what to do with their makeup for the first day of school or for school in general. Of course, if you're in college, this tutorial can be for you, but doesn't really matter because in college you do whatever you like as far as clothes and makeup and hair wise. But for my high school gals, this is a really pretty natural bronzy sort of neutral look. And as a bonus perk, I am only using drugstore products in this tutorial. I literally only use one palette for all of the eyeshadows. And that is my favorite neutral palette from the drugstore. This is the Wet n Wild Color Icon Comfort Zone palette. And it's super pretty. So, in the video I mentioned that there are a lot of alternatives to the products that I'm using that are also from the drugstore, and I link all of those in the down bar. I also will link my lipstick tag video so you can see alternatives for lipstick, and I might make a back to school fashion video or another makeup tutorial. Thumbs up this video if you want to see any of those. But I think that's it. I'm just going to zoom in and give you one quick look of the eyeshadow look that you're about to see, and then I will lead you on to the tutorial. So I hope you guys enjoy this. So I'm going to start off with my NYC Individual Eyes Compact. This is in dark shadows, and this is a nice smoky eye compact, but I'm not going to be using it for the shadows. I'm actually going to be using it for the eye primer. The eye primer in this kit isn't that great, but it's a nice alternative to a really expensive primer. I will also list in the description bar some drugstore eye primers that are just as great as the Urban Decay Primer Potion, so that you have a drugstore alternative. Okay, just like so. And this palette is nice because it has some really great neutral shadows and also some green shadows, which I'm actually going to be using a little bit in this tutorial. And this is a shimmery beige color, very skin tone-like, very natural. And this is going to go all over my lid. I'm just using a flat shader brush to do this. You can pick up brushes from e.l.f., Target, places like that. If you don't want to spend a lot on brushes. This is an Urban Decay brush, by the way. And then I'm going to be taking this sort of gold shimmery color here, and it looks like that. And I'm going to be taking that on the flat shaded brush as well, and that's going to go into the outer half of my lid. On my lid, I'm just going to blend so that I have the lighter shade on the inner corner and the darker shade on the outer corner. And then I'm going to take this third color here. This is the deep medium brown color. And I'm going to take that on my crease blending brush. So this is just going to go into my crease, and you're going to blend a lot. And then I'm going to be taking this darkest brown color, and we're only going to take the tiniest amount. I literally barely have any on my brush. It looks like I have a lot, but I barely have any on my brush. I just really lightly touched it, and that's going to go into the very outer corner. You don't want a lot because you don't want this to look too smoky for the daytime. So just really lightly apply this in the outer corner. I'm going to take a little bit more of the primer that we used earlier and take some on my lower lash line. So just a little more of this primer. Like so, and then I'm going to take this really, really pretty color. I love this color because it doesn't look like a color until you get out into the sun and light, and then it looks gorgeous. This is a duochrome green color, and because I have natural lighting, you can see the duochrome. I'm just going to take that on the very end of my brush, and this is once again showing that you can use this brush for everything. Okay, so that's it on the shadows for right now. I'm going to take my favorite liquid liner, and I'm not just saying this because this is a drugstore tutorial. If you watch my other videos, you'll see that this is my everyday eyeliner. This is the Wet n Wild Mega Liner liquid liner, and I will list some alternatives to this eyeliner in the description bar. If you don't like using a brush eyeliner, I'll list my favorite marker eyeliners, my favorite pencil eyeliners, and my favorite cream eyeliners in the down bar so that you guys can have some alternatives. But this is what I'm going to be using today. It's only like $2 at the drugstore. Really, really, really cheap. And I love it. So I'm just going to do a small winged eyeliner on my eyes. And then I'm going to use my favorite eyelash curler, and I have 3 eyelash curlers, but currently I'm using this pretty white one, and it curls really, really nicely, but it's super, super cheap. So this, you definitely don't have to splurge on an eyelash curler. This is from e.l.f. It's $1, and it's really, really nice. So I'm just going to go ahead and curl my lashes because curling your lashes can totally change your look, and I definitely recommend you do it. And then I'm going to apply some mascara. This is the Rimmel London The Max Volume Flash Mascara in Extreme Black. So here's a great product if you want to do your eyebrows but you don't want to spend a lot of money on brow powder. You can either use a drugstore eyeshadow that is matte, or you can use one of these Wet n Wild Color Icon eyeliner eyebrow pencils, and mine is in taupe 648, which is a great color for blondes, and if you blend it out it doesn't look too dark. If you are a brunette, they have dark brown, so it's really, really great. They're literally 99 cents each, and you get this entire stick of product, so a lot of product for a really little price. So I'm just going to go ahead and slightly fill in my eyebrows. The front of my eyebrows is pretty bald, so and then we have just a couple more steps for the eyeshadow before we move on to the face. I'm going to actually go into this Dark Shadows palette. Like I said, the shadows are great, but the eye primers aren't. So I'm just going to use these shadows. I'm just going to take this light white color here. And you can use this tan color instead if you want to, but I just want to use the white one for right now. And I'm going to take that and put that on my brow bone as well as my inner corner for a highlight. So now I'm going to move on to the face. If you're in high school, I don't really recommend wearing a full-faced foundation, full coverage foundation, unless you're really desperate to wear one, because you're going to be stuck in a building for 8+ hours and you don't want to have to constantly check your makeup. So instead, I recommend a BB cream or a tinted moisturizer. This is the CVS Renewing BB cream. This is what I've been using for a while now. Although this is definitely not my favorite BB cream. This is a drugstore BB cream that's actually very, very nice. And my favorite BB cream of all time is the Super Bubblish Balm BB cream from Skin 79, which is a Korean BB cream ordered straight from Korea. Since most of you probably can't order online, or you might not want to, I definitely recommend getting one from just CVS or something instead. So I'm actually just going to take some and pump a little into my palm. I think I might have pumped a little too much, like this. And I like to apply this with my hands. I find it to be much easier. So I literally just rubbed that in with my fingers. That seems to be the easiest way for me to apply it. Sorry, my camera cut off and I lost the footage. But that's all I did after dotting it on my face. If you have a few blemishes here and there that you want to cover up, you can use concealer. This is the NYC Cover Stick, and mine is in medium. This is $1.99, so super, super cheap concealer. I actually really like this. And you can set this with powder once you're done. I'm not going to, but if you have really oily skin, I do recommend that you set it with powder. Now for blush, I'm going to use a really, really simple blush. I love this method of using blush. This is the MIC Blushable Cream Stick, and I know these are hard to find now, so I will leave alternatives in the description box. I'm just going to take some of this, and it really warms up with your fingers, and just smile. Oh, now that I've basically finished all of my makeup, my hands are super, super dirty and filled with makeup. I'm going to take a little bit of hand sanitizer. So if you're like me, then you're probably super lazy with your lipstick, and what I do is apply Maybelline Baby Lips, and this is the Strawberry Kiss. This is the Revlon Super Lustrous Lip Gloss in Pink Pop, and I'm just going to apply some right on top of that. This is such a pigmented lip gloss. I usually get enough color from the lip gloss that I don't need to use lipstick, but if you want to know my favorite drugstore lipsticks, I will link my top 10 lipsticks video in the description bar, and I have some great drugstore lipsticks in that video, and you can see what sort of drugstore lipsticks I really, really like. Whatever you're doing with this look, make sure that it's a sort of pink color or a neutral color so that it doesn't look like too much, so you can sort of see all of me. I did use a curling iron on my hair, and then I just sort of ran my fingers through it. I will list what wand I use in the down bar. I'm probably never going to film a hair tutorial because I'm not very good with hair. I sort of just do whatever is quickest and looks the best because I'm really, really lazy with my hair, because I love the color so much and I love the length so much that I don't really bother. I feel like it looks nice no matter what I do to it, which sounds sort of weird, but that's just how I feel about my hair. It's so much easier to deal with now that it's this color, which sounds weird, but if you ever dyed your hair blonde, you would know what I meant. So anyways, this is just what I did with my hair today, and this is probably how I'm going to wear my hair a lot at school. During college. If you are in high school, you don't have a lot of time to curl your hair in the morning, you can use hot rollers, you can use flexi rods at night. I have my heatless waves tutorial, which I love, and I will link that in the down bar, which is really easy to do the night before and wake up. Shake your hair out and you have really pretty beachy mermaid waves. But I would say that's basically it. I really hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I hope it was helpful for everyone that is starting school soon. For those wondering, when I start school, I move in to my dorm in 19 days, and then I start school a few days after that. So yeah, I'm super excited. If you guys didn't know already by my past few videos, I'm starting my first year in college this fall, so, or this month to be exact. So yeah, happy back to school. I hope you guys can make the best of it. I know a lot of people are dreading it, but I hope you make the best of it anyways. I will be making maybe a few back to school fashion videos, probably not a lot just because I am going back to college, so I'm not really concerned with high school dress codes anymore, but I might make a few for my high school viewers that still have to deal with dress codes, because I know the pain of getting dressed with a dress code. And I might make one more back to school makeup tutorial that is a colorful tutorial for those girls who want to be adventurous during high school. And yeah, I think that's it. I don't want to make this video too long, so I'll just leave it here. But comment, like, subscribe, send me your requests, and I will see you guys later.